Good afternoon, everybody. I am by name Mr. Ehaniri Matthias Efusa. I It's really very important and pertinent for me to do this live video. I have never done this before. I feel at this point in time it is necessary because I am in the river. Those that are in the river, you don't tell them what happens to, you don't tell them that, or they don't tell you that they are thirsty of water. Now that I'm in the center of the epidemic, I should be able to say much about it because I am here in Italy. By His grace, I live in Italy. I'm spending the fourth year in the Italy, and I'm in the area where it is more vulnerable, or the area what they call the center that you have it more. I'm in the Bologna region, the under Emilia Romagna, which is Bologna. I am especially talking to the Nigerian people. The Nigerian people, if I have to narrow it down to the Edo people, if I have to narrow it down more, the Beninese, I want to send this message to the entire Nigeria country because I will not forget my home. I came here for life adventure. I will not forget where I came from, my origin. Even if I become an Italian by nationality, but I will not forget my origin, which is Nigeria, Edo State, and Benin. Now, what's the mistake that the Italian government make? I pray that Nigeria government will not make the same mistake, because as from the look of things, the Nigeria government has also started making the same mistake. The first existence of coronavirus COVID-19 in Italy, when an Italian man went to Russia to see his girlfriend and he came back, when the Italian government were hearing that there is an infection or there is a virus in Wuhan in China, they felt it was a China problem. That was when they would have started locking all borders, or anybody that comes in from China should be verified or checked. The fact it is China problem. Now, an Italian man went to China and see his girlfriend and came back with the virus. Now, remember, before one person is being confirmed positive of this deadly epidemic or this deadly virus, this one person might have infected over 50 persons, depend on how influential or how popular or how the person has so many friends. Now, each of the person have infected with or have come in contact with, that person also have his own friends that will also pass the same virus too. Now, this now boils down to, if for example this man have a contact with people in the aircraft, and he have in the aircraft, they have over 20 persons in the aircraft, be rest assured that those persons will land in a safe place and they will spread to various locality, and these same people will spread it. Now, this virus, the reason why it's more dangerous or more deadly is that as soon as it enters one person, it does not, this person will not start have this symptom immediately. It will not be showing these symptoms immediately. It has to take some days. Sometimes it takes 14 days. Now, within these 14 days, this person have come in contact, have mixed up with the entire community, have talked with many people, have mixed with people. You understand? Now, it becomes a problem for the entirety of the countries or the place he's living, because before he will not broke down, or before the person will not broke down or breaks down, he might have infected a chain of persons. That is why we all need to take the precautionary measures. Another thing that we both think, you believe the Nigerians or the black race felt that this virus no dey carry, no dey catch black, no dey pass. My dear, my brothers and sisters, now this virus is not catching black. In fact, catching young people. What we heard before, that the virus does not affect the old people, the young people, is only affecting the old. Now, the reason why it affects Italy more, because in the whole of Europe, excuse me, Italy have the largest old race, because they don't give birth here. You understand? They use different animal as their children, as pets. So they just beacon on that. Okay, we don't want children because they are afraid not to pass through the pains on birth. Now, as I speak to you today, Italy, they are regretting why they didn't start this whole race, this whole thing on time. From that one person and China people that went to their country and they came back, because they are much China in Italy. They came back, they also brought it. Now, today, numbers are dying every day. People are dying in their numbers. It breaks my heart to see that the country that is a place that every one of us are enjoying ourselves, we are living large, living good, everything is under lock and key. Before this time, we felt that maybe it's joke. All of a sudden, we find out that people are dying in their numbers. Just Thursday to or Sunday, over 2,000 persons have gone. It is not joke. Some of you may be thinking they are overblowing the numbers, so maybe they need something from the UN or from the EU. It is not true. It is true. The numbers you are saying, it is exactly who the people that are dying. It breaks my heart to see that these things are happening. Now, what is actually making me to come online is not because I really want to show my face, or I really want to say something because others are saying. What really made me to come online is that if the Western world can have problem with this virus like this and they could not tackle it again. Now, if you go to various hospitals in Europe today, there is no place to put patients. They lie some of them in the floor. This has never happened in Europe. Because the doctor decide who they will attend to, because they cannot attend to everybody. And even talk about it, the medical peoples and the medical practitioners, the medical personnel, they are all dying in their numbers too, because they, at the expense of helping people, they get contacted with this virus. So we can actually help this whole situation. As I speak to you today, the black race said, they carry black. Today we have cases in Nigeria. We have cases in Ghana. We have cases in, I think, South Africa. We have cases in Kenya. We have almost all the black race now, they have cases. We first heard that it was an Italian man from Milano that brought it to Nigerian. That is only that one case. I asked, so many people said it was a rumor. But today, is this still a rumor? Now, this sickness, it mutilates every time. It mutilates. The reason is that, why it mutilates that, people believe that, they catch black. Today, they are now calling the new COVID-19. It is not the new COVID-19 because it has mutilated. It has changed. You understand? Because of the change in nature, now it also the young people now also get it, and the black people now also get it. Now, the most people that are more vulnerable to this disease are those people that have health issues. I know you've heard this times with that number. The youth that smokes a lot, that damage our lungs, because this virus affects the lungs. Now, the youth that drinks a lot. I also heard that people say, they say maybe they drink alcohol. Now, in Europe or in the Western world, there is a chemical called alcohol. That it is not the alcohol you drink. It is alcohol. It's called disinfectant. The alcohol is disinfectant. It's not the alcohol you drink. Although it's spirit in nature, it also like a spirit nature, but it's disinfectant. I have it in my bedroom. Now, there are so many disinfectants here in Europe, but that one you call alcohol, it is not the alcohol that people drinks. Please stop drinking. I heard that in Nigeria, more especially in Benin or in Delta, they are turning themselves to drunkard because they said alcohol. Please, it's not that alcohol that they are saying. It is alcohol disinfectant. Now, as I speak today, my pain now is the Benins and the Edos. I'm happy that my governor, my honorable governor, the Wake and See governor, Godwin Noyase Obaseki, have taken drastic measure to curb this COVID-19. But please, the measure you are taking, please include border locks. Every corner that links to Edo State, please introduce military people to close all of them. Let them lock those borders. Now, anybody that must comes in must be tested and must be quarantined for at least 14 days to certify okay before he can join the general public. If we must curb this thing, borders must be closed. It is not only to close schools, close churches, close social gathering, also worked on borders. 2, our transport system in Africa, more especially Benin, is a porous one. Let them put a law that there will not be more than 4 or 6 persons in a long bus. If not, let them shut down all transport service, because at the moment, the major place where this virus is being contaminated is social gathering. If anybody who have this virus touches any place and have coughed in his hand, touches any place, that same person, another person that have not gotten it will also contact it. And this virus can only last 5 to 10 minutes in your hand. But before that 10 to 5 minutes that is lasting in your hand, it might have caused so many damages. You understand? So please, then if it touches metals, it takes like 10 to 12 hours, like phones, before he also gets that, before he can also die on the metal, or before he can be killed on the metal. But in all, number one, I want the government to work on borders, to lock all borders, or to put a check on all borders. 2, transportation system should be checked too, so that there will not be more crowd. 3, our market system in Nigeria, more especially in Edo State, it is not good at all. In Europe, you have a big supermarket that you go yourself. There is always already a tag price that you go and pick them, and you go to the machine and pay yourself. So there are more, maybe now they also check people to buy things in Europe now. You does not hip in the way it is before. They check people in like 10 in a big supermarket. In Nigeria or in Edo State, in Benin, group, how many people that are selling are the same people that are buying? This is very risky. Now they should check on how to manage the market system. Every companies, every little shops should be shut down at least for 2 to 3 weeks. It will not make you bankrupt. It will not make you look poor. It is those that are alive that make money. Stay alive. Stay at home and stay alive, please. Another thing, social gatherings like church, religious gathering. Church, I'm a Christian. By His grace, I'm a minister in making. A trained minister. But my church here now, we are now in Europe. It's like 4 cities away from me if I use train, 4 cities away. But at the moment, there is no transport system. All transport is being shut down now because to manage it. Even at this, people are dying in their numbers in Italy. Now, church, as a matter of urgency, as a matter of fact, should be closed for the time being. There is nowhere you will call God that He will not answer you. The Bible says, obedience is better than sacrifice. You know what happened to Saul? When God said, go to a place and destroy everything there. Saul went there and took the fat cows and this and I brought it. And when God heard that some animal was crying, I said, Saul, why did you do this? He said, yes, I actually brought this to come and, I love you so much, God. I brought this one to come and do sacrifice. And God now said, obedience is better than sacrifice. Religious leaders, pastors, bishop, archbishop, reverend fathers, please, if the government has said shut down, please shut down. Your offering for 1 week or your 2 weeks offering or your 3 weeks or 1 month tithe will not make the church bankrupt. Please, I'm a Christian by His grace. I am a trained minister. I know what I'm talking about. It is better to save a whole multitude for any reason. Please, ministers of God, church, pastors, imam, societal religious people, please, for this time, please shut down. The Beninese, please obey what the government is putting in place. It's for your sake. It's for your betterment. It's for your future. It's for your stay alive, for your children. Now, also check your children where they go. If you are at home, also make sure your children stay at home. Because if you are told they go outside, now this virus does not have more effect on children. But once they brings it home, it will affect their parents. And once the parent died, those children will suffer. So please, make sure your children also stay at home. Now, clubs, as a matter of urgency, let all clubs in Edo State, Nigeria, should be shut down at least for these 3 weeks or in a more time. Another thing, I know political gathering is a place that it's like a tug war. Please, let all political gathering, more especially Edo State that is expecting election, at the moment, let every political gathering be shut down. At the moment, a time will come that everybody will come back to this whole thing again. That is only when we can be able to combat these things that are happening now. I want to beg sincerely, the masses or the citizenry have a lot to do in this whole thing. The government cannot help everybody. Now remember, Nigeria, who is almost 200 million people, how can the government attend to everybody? How many hospitals can attend to everybody? Europe, almost each hospital in Europe have more than 100 ambulances. At the moment, they are inadequate. I know the whole of Nigeria does not have up to 100 ambulances, and Nigeria have more population. So please, for you to live, stay at home. Now, there are precautionary measures that the government have put in place, or the WHO have put in place. 1, always wash your hand regularly with soap and a running water. Like washing your hand, let the water be pouring in your hand, running water, and you wash like this. Make sure you wash it well. After washing, if this thing is not effective, maybe when you go out and come in, you must always wash your hand. And secondly, as you are going out, always wear your hand gloves. I would prefer for you use surgical gloves. Now, if you don't have surgical gloves, you can use disposable gloves. But be careful. Now, it is not advisable to use face mask. Only when it is advisable for you to use face mask, that is when you think that you are feeling some symptom. You have seen some symptoms like cough, like sneezing, like a cold. Then use mask so that you will not pass the virus to the next person closer to you. But if you are not symptomatic, please don't use mask because it's even risky for you. Now, all that is needful for you is to wear gloves. Stay, at least give a social distance to somebody close to you. Give like 20 feet away from somebody else, or like 2 meters away from the next person. When somebody sneezes or cough close to you, please give way as a matter of urgency. Now, whenever you are out and you come back home, wash your hand and use alcohol-based disinfectant. I am not telling you to drink alcohol. Now, there are some alcohol-based disinfectant. I will show you one. Because of this video, I will show you one. Sorry for leaving. Now, this is one of the alcohol-based disinfectant. It is called amokinin. It's in Italian language. Amokinin. Now, what do you do with this? When you go out and you come back, after washing your hand, you put a little of it in your hand and scrub it together. You understand? Now, as you are washing your hand, I will also advise on my own, after washing your hand with your soap and water, wash your face too. Then before you use the alcohol or the disinfectant to clean your hand. Please, it is very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now, there are other measures that you should stay. Please, stay away for social gathering at the moment. Even if your pastor, your GO say, come to church, my sister, my brother, my father, my sister, stay at home. Pray, God will answer you. Stay, because the Bible says, watch and pray. Watch and pray. Anywhere you are, you pray. God will answer you. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. The best precautionary measure that anyone can have, that anyone can take, is to stay at home. Stay at home. If you have money, go and buy some foodstuffs and keep it at home. Stock it at home. Then stay at home. 2 or 3 weeks will not kill you. Stay at home. Now, there is another way to also know, because don't wait to start having some symptoms before you start, okay, I want to go to the hospital. There are local way of checking yourself. You can take a deep breath, like the one they say breathe in, you breathe out, like you hold it, then later you breathe out. If you can do this like 4 times and you can sustain your breath without coughing, without sneezing, without having difficulties with breath, you take in your breath and you take it out, and you don't have problem with this, you didn't cough after you do that, you didn't sneeze after you do that, know that you are okay. That's the local way of checking. Because if you wait for the symptom to start showing for 14 days before you start showing, you are already destroying yourself. Please stay out of trouble and stay out of virus. Stay at home. Stay at home. Health is wealth. The money you want to make that is making you to run out, the friends you want to go and meet that is making you to run out, when anything happen to you, you will not see them again. Please stay at home and stay alive. God bless you. And I'm going to send another link. I'm going to send something under it so that I won't listen to this. You watch that one too. You will understand all I'm saying. Please stay alive. Stay at home. May God bless you in Jesus' name. I remain myself, Mr. Efosa Ehaniri. Shalom.